Good job, team. And also, can I get an applause for Aurelio over here too, please? All right. Last but not least, to conclude our program, group
Yeah,
number
they're the
11,
best. Save the
please.
last. Best for last. Know what it is.
Is this good? Am I too loud? Okay, good evening,
Perfect.
everyone. This is our project for the MCJ 15 class with Professor Contreras. Our documentary is called Artivism. And I am Daniela Hernandez.
I'm Marina Suarez. And I'm Jacelina Garcia. We have another member, Sosa Springer, but unfortunately he has COVID and he couldn't be here today.
So I just want to give a quick introduction into our film. The film setting was here in Fresno, California, instead of Delia's home in the Sunnyside area. We interviewed Delia Vasquez and Diana Solano, and they are a sister duo. And our mission for this project was to captivate the journey of the sisters who were involved in the UF movement and to show how their activism in the union also intertwined with art.
Okay, so some importances that we took away from this film was the sisters that we interviewed, they used their art and music to offer hope and resilience to fellow farm workers. As you can tell, farm workers are really hardworking people. I have two grandparents that are farm workers, so that was an importance to take away as well. And the crucial topic is social change, because not only are they working in farms, but we're also here together to make a change. Through art and power, of course. So we got to interview Delia Vasquez, who is on the left right there, and then also her sister Diana Solano, which was kind of a little surprise to us, but we were very thankful that we got that opportunity. These two sisters were directly involved in the UFW movement, basically kind of their whole lives in a sense. They were born as campesinas, as they say, in the farms just as their parents were. In our documentary, they shared plenty of their anecdotes, stories of their journey, and the sacrifices and struggles they made just to make our movement possible. And their journey began in Sanger, California.
Okay, and just to give a quick recap on our experience in the making of this documentary, we started off at a rough start at the very beginning. Our original interview was canceled just to a last-minute emergency, but we were able to pull it through. Jay and myself were able to carpool into Delia's home, and the interview was a complete success. We faced more challenges in post-production, but thankfully Jay was able to take a lead on that. Yeah, but overall it was a great experience, and we're very glad that we had Professor Contreras to help us during this experience.
And then on the left right here, we have a quote directly from Diana Solano in our documentary. She says, "They're retired, but they're not tired," which is absolutely true. Everyone in the UFW movement may, as years go by, kind of get retired, but that doesn't mean we're gonna give up. It means we're just gonna keep supporting from the sidelines as much as we can. And then on the right, we have a quote from Cesar Chavez that is also in our documentary. "The fight is never about grapes or lettuce, it is always about the people."
Let it begin. Technical difficulties.
My name is Delia Salas Vasquez. I was born and raised in a rural town, Sanger, California.
My name is Diana Solano, and I was born in a rural town of Fowler, California.
Oh, but where were you raised, sister?
In Sanger.
Okay.
I was raised in Sanger. We lived about the same time,
At the same time?
in the 70s, early 70s.
We grew up as campesinas. We're proud sisters of having parents who were campesinos and taught us the work ethic. What's the one saying? You can take, what did it say? You can take the campesina out of the field, but you can never, ever take the field out of a campesina. Never. But being a campesina,
Yeah.
that was part of it. That's all we knew.
That's all we knew. We would have to finish a surco, huh? What you call the surco in English?
The great field of
The
mine.
row,
The
a row. We would have to do so many rows per day. We couldn't go home finishing half a row. It had to be complete.
We didn't feel the dirty hands or the clothes. We felt it was just part of our life. And then when we started our higher education, when I was going to Reedy College, City College, Fresno State, both of us did. And that's when we started getting involved with the Chicano movement, the United Farm Workers movement, as us students doing the marches. We marched, I remember, I'll never forget it, I think it was from Fresno State all the way to Madera, getting blisters and
Oh God,
walking.
yeah. And hot too. It was hot.
Yeah, we stood by our brothers and sisters.
We had a group, a band actually called El Grito de la Gente. There was about 6 of us.
And basically we just played farm working music, grassroots music, canción del movimiento. And we've been doing it ever since back in the early 70s. And then we got involved in Mecha, and then we met some people there that were also musicians, and we all had the same idea, what we wanted to do, and these were songs that had to be sung in the marches. The United Farm Worker marches at the sit-ins, and basically to give, uplift the souls of the people.
We would perform at prisons, we would perform with the farm workers, then we started playing music. We started playing music playing guitar at a very young age. And so it went from there where we just started playing for movement. And let's be honest, I mean, music moves people.
And like Cesar Chavez has a quote, it was never about the grapes, it was about the gente, it was about the people. And we have that passion in us as being retired social workers. We're
retired, but we're not tired.
We're not tired, so we're always there for the forefront. Whatever anybody needs help in, we're there. And the biggest fear, a lot of the campesinos are undocumented. So they have the biggest fear.
Being deported, they're not gonna want to say anything.
That's why we're here. And I asked my dad, pues, ¿qué es eso? He goes, pues es parte de la unión, it's part of the union. And I remember sitting in the kitchen and him and some of his friends that worked with him for Miller's Ranch, he had some flyers on top of the kitchen table and they were leaflets and he asked me to fold them. And then I remember seeing the word union. So that was the first taste of it. And I asked Dad, well, where are you going? He goes, we're going to San Francisco. Vamos a San Francisco a llevar esos papeles a la gente del parte de la unión.
It was very hard for them. And I used to see them struggle in the morning. You know, I know it was tough for my mom and my dad to get up. I didn't mean to cry.
Calm down, sister.
But it was hard for them, and I think that's what motivated me to see them struggle that way as my parents, you know, because we loved our parents, we love our parents. And we don't want to see that or anyone.
They lifted our minds, they lifted our spirits, and they lifted the hearts of the people that there's a movement. And they didn't give up on the movement.
En ciudades y campos se forman, que impresa el valor al hermano, revolucionarias pidiendo justicia, revolucionarias dando inspiración, revolucionarias pidiendo justicia, revolucionarias.
have all the students here in the front.